Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to be playing a pretty good game called Inscryption. Kind of a little spooky card game in a way that takes some dark twists along the way. Another challenger. It's been ages. Perhaps you've forgotten how this game is played. Allow me to remind you. Play the squirrel card. Now play your stoat. Wolves require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. Ring the bell to end your turn and commence combat. Your stoat stands unopposed. The number on the bottom left is the attack power. Your stoat dealt me 1 damage, and I added it to the scale. You win if you tip my side all the way down. Like this. My turn. Yes, this game's pretty good. I've played it a little bit. I watched someone play a little bit of it. Gets pretty crazy. There's, I think, 3 cards in the game that will actually talk to you and kind of try to guide you through the game. Because you're learning, I will pass. Need 2 sacrifices, so we're going to get a second squirrel down. Get a wolf out there. 4 damage dealt, 4 weights on the scale. You've won this match. It won't all be so easy. This game's pretty weird in a way that you can't really beat the game without dying. You were lost deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. 2 denizens of the forest approached you tentatively. The caustic adder. Damage from its poison bite is always lethal. The undying cat. Sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. We are going to take the undying cat. A little bit better of a card, in my opinion. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. Came across an abandoned sack. Found a squirrel in a bottle. Break it in case of emergency. And of a second. Another useful implement. I'll allow you to tip the scales with it. Those pliers, if you need, you can rip a tooth out of your own mouth to put it on the scale. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. It's almost got like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of vibe to it. Stoat starts talking. Play along for now. You may now see my moves ahead of time. I hope you go in there next. Alright, we'll play the stoat. Mind the ambitious wolf cub, it ages swiftly. Alright, we're Use a squirrel. Hope I did not mean to end the turn there. Was it not clear? You can play a squirrel and also sacrifice at the same turn. The airborne bat flies over creatures and attacks directly. There we go, that's what I wanted. Play a squirrel. I'll just sacrifice them both for the wolf. There we go. You can play as many cards as turn as sacrifices allow. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the blooded terrain. Young wolf cub, it grows into a wolf after a single turn. A meek sparrow, an inexpensive, if feeble, flying creature. But we're going to go with the sparrow because flying can be pretty good depending on what the other person's playing. Stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. Yes, so we want to sacrifice the undying cat so that we can have an undying stoat. What an honor, he says. Ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the cat now lives in the stoat. Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with airbound sigil. He's completely insane. You see that, right? No care for the rules. Pathetic, really. Enough. Only keeps me around to watch me suffer. Flying Coyote does 2 damage with the bat. Get the stoat down. Back on the board, he says. Totem has granted my Coyote the power of flight, so they can attack directly over me. Right. This other squirrel. Sacrifice both the squirrels for the wolf. There. Both of you. Play the squirrel to sacrifice it for the sparrow. Yeah, this game gets pretty weird the further you get into it. You're 3 damage away from winning. Okay, so that's how it works. If you sacrifice him, he just stays on the board. You're not the beast is sacrificed but not removed from the deck. Its suffering was real, but you will see it again. impressive. You may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood. The reviled skunk. Its stench reduces the strength of the enemy. Another wolf and another sparrow. I think I'm going to take the skunk for now. We got another fire up there. I'm going to come to the sacrifice stones. Give that wolf that ability. There's a way out for both of us. It's somewhere in this foul cabin. Be silent, or I will tear you to shreds. All somber now. I did not realize there was a grizzly bear there. That is unfortunate. I just need to play some defense for a minute. I think we're gonna lose this one. Not really anything I can do here. He just has all the grizzly bears. Yeah, see, this is what I mean by you're not really able to just win through every time. You've lost. Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch the candlestick from the barrel beside the door. Bring it here. Now sit back down. Let me explain something to you. That was one of two mistakes you can make here. If you make another, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? Wolf, grizzly, another undying cat. I think I'm gonna take the undying cat because I can't even get a grizzly out if I don't have enough low cards. You came across a small group of survivors, faces shrunken from starvation. They huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come, warm up one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it up by the fire. It will enhance its power, said another. You notice one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. I'm gonna make the sparrow stronger. Fire warmed the sparrow, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached towards it. Another gnashed its teeth. Without a word, you pulled your sparrow away from the fire and left. The trees seemed to close in around you as a chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. Hee-haw, 'twas the prospector. Play the squirrel to get the cat. Get the sparrow. Pack mule is the key here. Play the squirrel. Sacrifice the squirrel and the sacrificial cat. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get rid of that pack mule. There's gold in these cards. Gold. I've struck gold. He's doing the prospector again. Easy boss. The mule's the key. I lost this. More gold for me. I believe this is where he kills you, but before he kills you, he turns you into a playing card. You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory, though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, I must ask you a favor. I would like a memento. Your very own death card. It's quite plain at the moment, isn't it? We'll work together to amend that. I want this to be a perfect memento of you. Some of the cards from your mediocre deck, we can put them to good use. Please choose a card to draw the cost. 1 blood. Power and health. Take the wolf. Now the one final matter, the portrait. Are you ready? You do not need to smile. Alrighty, well, I'm going to end the video here. It's a good stopping point. Thank you if you've watched through to the end. I appreciate it. Drop a sub and a like. Leave a comment. Thank you.